How have you been lately? Are you carrying some heavy loads that are somewhat unbearable? If you do, please know that you are not alone. As I share with you the undeniable fall beauty of Alaska, let me also share a bit of my story. Fall up here starts between late August and early September, and I am in love with this season. It is a time for harvesting some berries, wild game, mushrooms, and garden crops. And for some reason, this gives me satisfaction knowing that we are ready for the winter, at least for the most part. Speaking of time, and before I tell you my story, I want you to join me in reading a passage from the Bible in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verses 1 to 8. It says, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to gain and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace." This passage reminded me that God holds our time and He is the only one who can control it. We can't really do or have things our way unless He meant it, unless it is His time for His will to be done in our lives. These past few months, I was in my lowest point. I felt like I was going to lose my mind and even thought of ending my life. That's how heavy I felt. This September, we lost somebody really precious to us. October, we lost my uncle from cancer, and my grandfather had a stroke and thought we would lose him too. These all happened almost simultaneously, and I was at my breaking point. My faith was shaken, and I felt like Satan is working so hard to get me. Then, something happened on October 15th. I had a bad accident and wrecked my car. As soon as I knew I was going to hit another car, while screaming from fear at the top of my lungs, I had imagined of not seeing this world again. But God has protected me, and I am blessed for the second life He has given me. The realization came to me. He must still have a purpose for me in this world, and it is not my time yet to go. Fall season is going to be more meaningful to me now. As I was out here walking and filming, I was also letting go of my hurt, disappointment, and resentment. This season became a part of me. It became the witness for my pain and became the reminder of God's beautiful creation I often mislook. I don't think that this pain will ever go away, but for now I am taking my time in this journey of healing and acceptance. I may not know God's plan for me, but one thing is for sure: He loves me. I'd like to get some inspiration from these plants. They know when it is the season to shed their leaves and when to enter dormancy. As they drop their leaves as a form of self-protection, I'd like to protect myself by dropping off my heavy load too. As they save their energy for the great bud burst of spring, I'd like to save mine in other things that also matters. Even though I am hurting, I still can't deny God's goodness and protection. I choose to trust in His plan and time for me, for I know He cares for me. Just like Jesus said in Matthew 6:26, "Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they?" Just like the birds, do not worry. I hope we can all let go of our burdens. Thank you for listening. God bless and take care.